Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here every single day of the year without fail, and I have been for 4 years. So just put your political questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me and so kind to Miss Sarah. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, which I do a lot on YouTube. So, hello. Oh, we have some. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to close the window. Hang on. And things are still kind of a mess around here, but we're getting there. Things are improving. All right. So let's just jump in. Oh gosh, I got a low internet warning. Okay, I've got a low internet warning. If I poof, I will be back. Even if I disappear for a minute, StreamYard will keep going. So it shouldn't kick me off, which should be good, but I might disappear for a second. Let me make sure I've got the right. Here, I'll put I'll have the kitty, please wait, on the background. All right, so I hope, usually you can still hear me, even if you can't see me that well. So I'm just going to start in on your questions. All right. 2 minutes in. Come on in. Have a seat. All right. Rose Blue had a question. Hi. Okay, we're covering all kind of stuff today. Some of it's okay. Some of it is infuriating, but we're going to go through this together. We keep our energy up here as much as we can. We have overlays. We're together. We have colors. We see all the good stuff, and then we can dive down into the muck of the energy of politics and whatnot. Then we can come back up. Right? So we don't live down there, and that's important. All right. So, but let's have Pam L. It's sad you never answered my question about Artemis. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I could have sworn I read. Somebody please correct me. Didn't I read on Artemis going to the moon? I was very excited. Anyway, okay. Yes, and may the 4th be with you. And as Johnny Million actually said this morning, to may the 4th be with you, and also with you. Somebody else was raised Catholic. So I did. Okay, good. All right. So first thing today, apparently 45 violated the gag order again. Surprise, shock. Oh gosh, knocked me over with a feather. Yeah, Who would have thunk? 45 violated the gag order again after clearly being told by the judge that incarceration may be next. Will 45 be put in timeout on Monday by court order? Okay, here's the thing. I downloaded the CNN app again. I keep getting frustrated with it very quickly and yeeting it off my phone. Delete, just gone, off my phone. Delete the app, delete the whole thing. I get frustrated with it. But they've had really good coverage while Trump's in court. They are on it. They are showing exactly who's on the stand. They've got things on this. They're talking about what's going on, but they also have a thing on the side that's giving quotes and all of this as it's going on. It's great during the day. Other than that, I feel like I've stumbled onto Fox News. And so this morning, I I was checking MSNBC. There was a commercial, so I switched over to CNN. Just all right, I know it's, the artist sketches. Behaven, thank you for reminding me. I've got to do those tomorrow. I meant to do this today. Stuff happened. Art sketches tomorrow. Thank you. I need to make a note. All right. Anyway, so I was over at artist sketches. Thank you. All right, I've made a note. So I was over on CNN, and they were talking about the idea of putting Trump in prison. And one person was saying, we don't have kings. Put him in there for an hour. Put him in there for a couple of hours. We don't have kings. And someone else who was sitting right there, and the moderator, I can't remember his name, I don't want to, were saying, oh, that would just inflame an already flammable situation. Oh, absolutely not, for the sake of, because he was the president, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, we don't have a king. We don't have a king. When you're not in the presidency, in the Oval Office, you are just like the rest of us. Just saying. So I haven't yeeted because the day 12 of Trump's first criminal trial is coming back on Monday. So I have not purged my CNN news app yet, but I'm not stepping metaphorical foot over there until Monday morning. So Heather says, explain it like they're 5. Yeah, I guess you have to. They're not getting it. Michael says, Autumn doing interpretive dance. Yes. Yes, Al. I'm upset too, Alfie. So let's just check in on the whole. He keeps violating the gag orders. Just keeps going. Yes, Core Smith, we fought a bigly war to be rid of the king. Ding, ding, ding. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. Okay. So we're starting out with the 7 of Swords, and that's the Thief card. You're being told, close your mouth. And he just keeps running his mouth. Plus the whole case itself. Okay, that's not good. Oh, right behind that, the Emperor. Yeah. Hush. So, is Trump going to be held accountable? Interesting. Hanged Man. 9 of Wands. He's feeling all beaten up. But I'm above you all. No, you're not. Because I've got a Justice card right in the middle. Then I have a 5 of Wands, which is trying to stir people up. And the Wheel of Fortune. The card here that feels the strongest is this one. Wheel of Fortune. The Justice card is a close second. This is, Mershon's not kidding. He told you to not talk about the witnesses, the jury. It doesn't matter what they say about you. You're not 6 years old. They can say something bad about you, and you are capable of letting it roll off your back. be the bigger man. I know. Just anyway. But this Wheel of Fortune is what it feels like. Tick tock. It's a matter of time. And the ticking clock here feels like it's coming down to the sentence. It's the not the sentencing, the verdict. Trump can do a lot of stuff, but what it's coming down to is the verdict. And Trump really can't delay that very much. And even if, Mershon also has the option, he doesn't have to put Dumpy in jail for a day or two now. He can say, no matter what the outcome of this trial is, at the end of it, you're going to jail for a couple of days. Keep yapping. But this is coming. Rose Blue says no bail either. Well, there's that. But he's out on bail now, isn't he? Mickey says, I love watching Autumn smile before she shows us the cards. It's like getting advanced knowledge. Thank you for being here. Maria Zamora is saying, that's so frustrating. Maybe it's time to do something. He's really daring the judge. Yeah. Well, no, Bernadette, we do not want a tornado right through Mar-a-Lardo. No. Mm-mm. We want a fair trial with, if the evidence is there, with consequences, like everybody else. That's all we want. We don't want anybody getting sick. We certainly don't want anyone being unalived. We don't want destruction of property. I mean, if nothing else, there might be more evidence there. We don't want to destroy Mar-a-Lardo. No. We want all of his properties intact. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know if somebody's gonna happen Monday, but it feels like Mershon's not kidding. No worries, Bernadette. King of Pentacles. So he thinks he can do whatever he wants. Duh. I'm getting cards more and more often that Mershon is going to do something. Death. Everything expires. I'm asking about Monday. He thinks he can do whatever he wants, but Death card, 5 of Swords, which is legally adding insult to injury. 10 of Cups. This is us being very pleased. So this actually leads into, again, it feels, Sean's not kidding. The energy's not like, no, nothing's going to happen. Because we certainly had months and months and months and months of that. In the future, nothing's going to happen. And now it's like, oh, it's hanging. It's right there. It's right there. You keep stepping in that direction. You're going to be right underneath that as the boom falls, the metaphorical legal boom falls. Just you're like right there. And Mershon is not. He's willing. It feels like he's willing to do something about this, but he doesn't want to blow up the trial. So yeah, tack it on to the end. See how that goes. All right, 1425. This relates to a question by Susan Yantha. Wait, 1430. Okay. Susan Yantha was asking, is Trump going to jail soon? The energy fluctuates, but how is it looking now? We just kind of looked at that. So actually, if it's okay with you, since I feel like I just looked at that, I'd like to look at what is going to happen in the far right freak out when Trump is put in a jail cell or sentenced to a jail cell, even for just a little bit. What will the far right freak out look like if / when Trump is yeeted into a jail cell? Save. Oh, Rhonda Cox says, can we say a prayer for Ms. Marie? Her mom died yesterday. Absolutely. Bless you. Bless your mother. Bless your family. Divine Spirit, pour your energy down into everyone who needs it today. Raise the vibration of all the world for the benefit of all, for the good of all. Bless. Okay. All right, far right, where are you? It feels like I just walked into a bad neighborhood. Whew. Interesting. Well, places like Fox News and those people will rake in money. They'll get eyeballs. We're talking about massive historical news. And Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, Trump would raise a lot of money. Ace of Wands, Trump would they'd all act the fool. In the center, I've got the King of Wands. So this feels like the anchors and the news people on the right. They're just raking in the money. Five of Cups. This is disappointment. Disappointment that it happened. That to us it's not enough, but to them it's. I've got a Madness song in my head. One step beyond. Do 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 do. Anyway, this is the anchors, but there's the Justice card, and that's my card of evidence. Someone in red walking away because there's all this evidence. So it's the news people who will benefit the most, but it's based on justice. You'll notice there are no crowds outside of Trump's trial. Matter of fact, there were literally 1-2 people. That was it. If there's a judge saying you need to be held accountable, the other thing this does is if Mershon is the one who's willing to put his foot down, it makes it easier for everybody else down the line to put their foot down too, including judges when they are sentencing later. But that's true, Anne. The MAGAs only have a limited amount of money, and Dumpy is milking them dry. Yes. Ugh. All right. That that actually reminds me. Let me have a look here. I want to see did I miss it? Because there's something I wanted to read on, and I want to make sure I get to it today. Okay, it's not here. Let me add a question here. And I'm getting a low internet warning again. Don't know what's going on today, so I apologize. It's 2030. At 2030, okay, and I'm not reading the question to you as I'm typing, because let me explain. The way that PR works and articles work and whatnot, people who don't have a whole lot of convictions and they care more about how they're perceived than what they actually believe, they do this thing. If they have access to PR, what they will do is they will have a source talk to a large magazine, news outlet, something like, for example, a Vanity Fair article or something, where sources are saying this person's thinking about doing whatever, and they're floating this out there. It isn't the reason it's come out is because that person wants that to come out, so can gauge the reaction. If they get a good reaction, they'll go forward with it. But this is planted, and it's planted on purpose. It's not just some random thing. That's not how the system works. So it's interesting that this morning I ran across an article in Vanity Fair Ivanka Trump has gotten the urge to join her dad on the campaign and in a potential second term. Report. The former first daughter is, quote, quietly surveying members of her inner circle about when it might make sense to re-engage, unquote. She's not surveying members of her inner circle. She's floating this garbage. Some people, like Kardashians and whatnot, they will actually just contact these companies directly and say, I'm a source, this is on background, do not divulge this with me. But as a source, whomever came, I'm thinking about doing this or this or this, or has an assistant say what they want. So Princess Narcissist is, she's having trouble where she is, because speaking of the Kardashians, I mean, since she's been in Florida and since she's been out there, let's just say high society and the people who are what she sees in that hierarchy of famous people is she isn't welcome at all. And the only place she has been welcome is around the Kardashians, who are themselves on a really hard decline right now. And you can go start reading around on some news articles as to why, but it's not working. And the problem with the Princess Narcissist, who, unlike her father, truly down to her expensive shoes, believes that she is above others, and she wants to be around people and around in a situation where everyone is treating her like she's special. She's not getting that. Oh, Raymond said, thank you, Lainey. Raymond said something. I missed what Raymond said. Oh, all right. So, so she's thinking about, not see Barbie is thinking about rejoining the Third Strike. And this is her way. And you notice, and this is what just, of course, you notice she's floating this before showing up to her father's trial. She's floating this before she goes to her own father's trial in support. Lovely people. Absolutely lovely people. Mary Smith is aiming for special envoy to the Saudis, no doubt. Bernadette Smith is testing the waters, maybe? That's exactly what this is. Exactamundo. All right. So how's it going to go, princess? Howling at the moon. Now she goes back around her father. Her father lives in chaos, and she's going to be back in that. But if there's a chance he gets back in the White House, then everybody opens doors for her, and she's hobnobbing with heads of state, and everyone's taking pictures of her, and isn't she just precious? She annoys me. She annoys me. As you can tell, she has no qualifications, no credentials. She brings nothing to the table, and she just sat there when children were taken out of their mother's arms. She has shown her true colors, and it is a toxic green. She is. Do you remember the in old video games you'd get these barrels of bright green radioactive goo? That's Ivana's true colors. So anyway, howling at the moon. If she's going to be around her father, it's going to be chaos. Three of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, High Priestess. There's a problem. And I would imagine that she's not going to wait. She's going to wait to make a decision until there's a verdict in this trial. I would be very surprised if she does not wait until then. Because she could end up losing a lot of money. And if she gets too involved there, he would expect her to pay some of his bills or help with that. Three of Swords, this is his potentially losing the case. This Nine of Swords is a lot of sleepless nights and worry. Four of Swords is silence, which tells me that seeing if he just gets a fine, that's one thing. If he is if he's found guilty, and that's that, well, as long as she remains the high priestess, the highest priestess. She's awful. She's absolutely awful. I agree, Mary Smith. The whole family should be in prison. I agree. Hey. Mickey's thinking Donkey Kong. Actually, I was thinking more. I can see it. What was it called? Doom. So, Feathers, Autumn, Earl Grey Supreme. What does the box look like? There's so many. Thank you in advance. I'll have to grab it. But right now, and I'll put a link in. Put a link in a comment underneath. So, anyway, so Ivanka. I just want 3 more cards. What's going to happen to Ivanka overall? File. But please join the Trumptanic. 3045. Hang on. I put this in the wrong place. Oops. All right. What is future? Question mark. Save. She's not going to like it. Card for the reading, the Empress. This is not us, the country. This is her. She absolutely believes, she absolutely believes, entertainment only, YouTube, but honestly, I do believe there's no doubt in my mind, she believes she is better than you. She's better than me. She's better than everybody. Except maybe her husband and her children. And her father, of course, is special. But they belong in the rarefied air. And that's what her entire sense of self-worth is based on. Ace of Wands. So you have to go along with the MAGA agenda, which she doesn't necessarily agree with, but then again, neither does Trump, unless it suits him and is making him money. Trump has no base of beliefs other than me shall be the whole of the law. There's the corruption, and there is the Eight of Swords with her being seriously hemmed in. So if she goes this route, it's not going to end well for her. Good. Matter of fact, who was it who was suggesting maybe he's going to try to make her VP? I don't know. I'm trying to debating with myself if he'd actually, I know, be stupid enough to do that. I know. It's kind of a, but. Yes, Louis Tavalis. Perfect for today. Ivanka and Dumpy. Princess Liar. On Succo. That was cute. No. If she was VP, she'd have responsibilities. No. She'd have to debate. She'd have to. No, it's too much like hard work. No. No. Yes, Bratu. And if he died, she would be president. Dear God, no. No, she wouldn't want that. It's too much. It's too much responsibility. Anyway, 34. She wants to be above everybody else, and everybody kowtowing to her without her having to do the bare minimum. And remember how she and her husband went on vacation every time there was a big scandal at the White House? Oops, sorry. Can't help you, Donald. We're skiing. Yeah. All right. Thankfully, we'll get off of this topic because she's just awful. All right. So at 34:30, let's go on to Hope Hicks, who broke down on the stand yesterday when she made it clear by being honest that, yes, Trump told her about the hush money being paid to Stormy Daniels thank heavens we did that before the election. And everybody who is testifying is saying he didn't talk about Melania. He didn't talk about any of that. He didn't talk about his family. It was about the election. Oh, Vincent Berger, thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Anne is saying, thank you, Vincent Berger. Anne is saying, Hope cried. Where's my tiny violin? Yeah. Anyway, do you think Hope Hicks put a dent in Dumpy's followers believing everything he says? So thank you for the question, Ronnie Smith. Let's have a look at it. Do you think Hope Hicks put a dent in Dumpy's followers believing everything he says? Well, I haven't seen yet how Fox News spun that, but I'm sure I'll find out eventually. It was not good for Trump in the trial, I can tell you that, because she's a very credible witness. Card for the reading. Hello, Death Card. It's not literal, but it's not good for Trump. 3 of Pentacles. She was there. She knew all about the plan. Hierophant. To get into office. This is the institution. 4 of Wands. And then she was with him until she wasn't. And I'm not getting anything here about followers. That's true, Bernadette Smith. It's amazing how the truth is ruining Dumpy's case. I know, right? 3 of Cups. Just feels like they were close. That's not usually what that card means, but that's what it feels like. Page of Cups. Lovers. 9 of Pentacles. She's a credible witness. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting, even though this is often the card of the cult members, it just doesn't feel like it. Trump loses support around the edges. There's erosion around the edges of Magadonia. Magalvania. Yeah, especially the vein part. Magalvania. There we go. It's the sentencing that's going to erode more around the edges. That's what it feels like. So, 30, 38, 20. Okay, 38, 20. That was my stomach growling. I'm so sorry. How will we talked about this yesterday, the Corporate Transparency Act, the CTA, glorious. The CTA went into effect at the beginning of this year, and it says that everybody who has an LLC, it has to be public. You have to have ID. Who are you? Who owns the LLC? And what's the physical address where you do business? Me, I had to, when I want to say that because every year I have to renew I have to do a report, an LLC report for the state of Illinois. And I want to say I had to put in my driver's license numbers. So I had to prove it's just me. I own Book Art Media, which is the publishing it's the publishing company where I publish all kinds of stuff I create. And Black and Orange is a part of Book Art Media. And it says so in the description box. But it's an LLC. And every year I pay to file the report with the state that, yes, I'm still here and yes, it's just me, and here's my information, and here's my money, and here's the fee, and move on. Well, do you know how much paperwork Trump and Trump org, Trump and the Trumplings have had to file over the past few months, considering last I heard they have over 1,500 LLCs? Well, when that all gets filed and looked at, the question is have there been foreign actors using LLCs to funnel some money to Trump? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Valerie says Tammy is gone. I'm sorry, what? Oh, anyway. So how will the Corporate Transparency Act affect Trump's case in front of Judge Engoron? Tommy Tubberville and the other Republicans are upset because this can hurt their ability to hide where there's money coming in. But how will the Corporate Transparency Act reports affect Dumpy's situation with Judge Engoron and the $454 million plus interest, plus more interest, that he owes, that Trump owes? Having to disclose all that information. All of that information. Thank you for taking care of the troll. Thank you. Hold On says that the CTA information about the LLC is not public information. It's only for government use, which means the courts can get hold of it. Magician. Pulling a fast one? Anybody? Okay. Three of Cups. Again, this is a card of celebration, but this feels like pouring liquid here to go over there to come back through here. And by that point, it's a different color and there's a distraction to not look. That's what this feels like. That's the first card. It being hemmed in. Page of Pentacles. Everything needs to look squeaky clean and organized. Nine of Pentacles sitting pretty. Ace of Pentacles, a huge amount of money. Well, so far it doesn't look like it's going to have much effect. I'm really hoping Letitia James is like, excuse me, Judge Engoron, could you please pull the CTA reports? Okay, thanks. Letitia James, please subpoena. Letitia James, please subpoena the CTA reports from Trump org Grift Co. Please subpoena the CTA reports. Thank you. Hold On says any LLC created before January 1st, they have a year to submit paperwork. That means after the current election. Could be. Karen Louise's retired federal judge Barbara S. Jones has been monitoring Trump org finances for the past 18 months. More will be revealed of their sneakiness. Well, I don't doubt that. Yeah. Well, it's balls in your court, Letitia James. Hello? Jack Smith? Suggestion. Anyway. All right. At 44:20, Peg Sanders had a question. Peg Sanders wants to know more about. All right, I'll pull a few cards on this. Peg Sanders wants to know more about how Trump felt about Hope Hicks and her getting emotional. All he said when he came out was that today's testimony was interesting. Thank you, Gerardo. Thank you. All right, Dumpy. Queen of Cups. He's fond of her. I mean, I'd say that she's like a daughter to him. It's like Ivanka without all the without the screaming narcissism and with more daddy issues, to be honest. I mean, Ivanka has those too, but it's different. Sun, everything coming out. 8 of Pentacles. She worked for him. 5 of Cups. Hang on. 2 of Swords, legal decision. Everything coming out. She worked for him. 5 of Cups, there's disappointment there. 10 of Cups, she'll go on. She'll go on with her life. I don't think he's going to blow up at her quite the same way. Visualize 70 saying, paging Letitia James. Paging Letitia James. Paging? What's that? Oh, some old technology. Oh, to Alfie. Hey, thank you, CC Ryder. Monitor Barbara Jones' report to Engoron. Of these 521 entities, 51 were dissolved by the Trump organization during the monitorship late 2022 and early 2023. Additional 55 entities were dissolved. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you. So, okay. What was next? What was next? And thank you for your great questions. Thank you. All right, 47. Bernadette Smith had a question about the immunity and Biden. Do you think things would be different if they were asking about Joe Biden having absolute immunity so he could do anything while in office? Because in effect, that's what they would be doing. So it's down to 415 entities. Thank you, CC Ryder. Yeah. I mean, they've done everything they can to try to make hay of, this is McConnell, this is Jim Jordan, this is Comer, this is, those guys on the far right. Ace of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, Hermit, but that complain, feel beaten up, 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, there's a double standard. Surprise. I think we kind of know that. To them, there's a double standard. If they could give Trump immunity but not give Biden immunity, I think that's what would come out of the Supreme Court. But CC Ryder, you are a treasure. Thank you. There's lots of good information in the chat. I'll have to go back and look. All right. So next we had Mary Smith. We're going to having a quick look at Cannon at 4930. So Mary Smith was asking about Judge Luce Cannon. Is she going to throw out the Florida case based upon the discovery of the recovered files and classified documents are in a different, quote unquote, order than originally found and documented? Really? Really? Technicality much? Oh, she's got some bad judgments ahead of her. Oh yeah. All right. Again, pulling a fast one. She's not an honest broker here. Surprise. High Priestess, secrets. Ace of Cups, action that was what Jack Smith started. This is a big deal. Seven of Pentacles, fruits of labor. This is the case Jack Smith put together. These are also the documents that Trump had and that he, by all accounts, should not have had. Eight of Cups, evidence. But big old judgment, does not feels like she's going to overreach. Something about the evidence, her overreaching, overreacting. So is she going to successfully kill the documents case? See, the thing is, though, if she throws out the case now, Jack Smith can refile. If she waits until the jury are seated and the trial has started and then throws out the case, it's done. You get double jeopardy. He can never be tried for those. Which is one of the reasons she's avoiding ruling on stuff in writing. So okay, that's Alfie. Six of Swords. Well, that's going to court. That's all the swords in the boat, stuck in the boat with the people going. That's the Six of Swords. Yeah. Ouch. Nine of Cups. All the evidence laid out, just so. Queen of Cups, Jack Smith and his prosecution team. Everything is perfectly clean and tidy, and they work like a well-oiled machine. That's what that feels like. Seven of Cups, that's Judge Cannon, Trump, all of them looking at this beautiful work here and saying, but I don't know. Gosh, well, maybe, but Seven of Wands, this is Trump really on the defensive, facing real charges, real problems. Page of Cups. This is Jack Smith and his team holding on by their fingernails. This isn't a king. This is a page. It's weak, but it's there. So he's holding on. Or he's holding on. Will she get yeeted? Don't know what's going on with the internet today. I keep getting these low internet warnings. I'm so sorry. Get rid of the picture of Ivanka. All right, and Trump's lawyers trying to get things thrown out. Refusal. There's the government. There's judgment again in the middle. Two of Pentacles. They don't have a good argument. Queen of Swords. Yeah, Cannon's going to make a ruling. She's going to make a ruling on something here that's not going to be good. But there's nothing here saying Tower, death card, the case is done, it's going to be thrown out, or double jeopardy. I'm not getting that. B. Smith is wondering maybe solar flares. I was getting that in Zoom earlier. Thank you. Kathy Barber says, no problem seen on my part. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Part two, is someone using your service or internet? No more than normal. Thank you. All right. Well, hold on. All right. So at 55 minutes in, Lara Trump, not a great look. Just saying. Lara Trump says Trump supporters need to, quote unquote, strike at polling places. Quote, we want people there on the ready to hit things, unquote. Will this call for possible violence be heeded? Hit things. Hit things. I agree. Hold on. May the 4th be with Jack Smith. Yes. All right, 2 cards for the reading. A Fool, adding insult to injury, and also adding insult to voting. Yeah, it's not a good look, Lara. Card down, card down. 10 of Swords. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, just. These cards are really bad for her. 10 of Swords. Legally, you will be stopped. Democrats are ready, and they're better funded. They can hire lawyers too. She's putting everything out there. It's like, excuse me, Judge. These are her own words. These are her own. Got a death card right in the middle. Her shenanigans are not going to work. 5 of Cups. Well, there's some refusal to, because we know they're going to refuse to accept that Biden won. But there's going to be chaos. But no, she's not going to prevail. She's just not. Will she be able to cause some chaos? Yeah, not very well. She really is a fool. That's the thing. If you want to really get people invested like they were before, you need some luck and you need some serious leadership. And she has neither. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. All right, card down. All right. That's true, Bernadette Smith. She can always fall back on her singing career. And let's see. I'm going to carry questions I didn't get to today. I'll carry them over to tomorrow. And all right, there's a lot here. So I'm just going to do a message for us. 5815. Message for us. Let's have a quick look at that. What should we do? What should we know? What message can help the most right now? Oh, it's so nice to feel better energy. I feel like I'm coming up out of a cesspit. Like, oh, air. Clean energy. Nice. Flower One Star says, Autumn, you sound like you have a cold. I hope you feel better. No, I have allergies, but I don't have a cold. Thank you, though. No, I have allergies. I haven't had a cold in years, actually, because I'm a germaphobe. It's the only good thing. The only good thing about being a germaphobe. Anyway, I'm not as bad as I used to be, but still. Message for us. Who's president? It's not Trump. It's Joe Biden. Joe Biden is president. And in my opinion, he's going to remain president. Right now, who's in charge? What party's in charge of the Senate? Oh, yeah. The Democrats. Who's got the presidency? Oh, yeah, the Democrats. It's not all bad. Page of Pentacles. It's not like Speaker Mikey, he hates everything, is a genius organizer. And in making some kind of bargain with the Democrats, he's weakened himself with his own party. So he's just a page here. He's just getting everything nice and tidy, like it should be. There should be working some working across the aisle in a saner world, but Six of Cups, nostalgia. Five of Pentacles. Out in the cold or the heat, or Six of Swords, Five of Swords. So what we have here is, please remember that I know when I'm feeling down that sometimes I can do what is called, it's like, I don't know what the official term is, but it's kitchen sink thinking, which is it's not just something's bad. It's this is bad and this is bad and this is bad and this is bad. And it's just everything but the kitchen sink just thrown together. And that's not a good way to deal with anything. It's good to write out stressors or problems and organize them and categorize them, and not just try to let yourself just drown in stress and strain and things not working. It's like, hang on. There's good too. There's good going on. There is. And it's the Republicans are not as well organized as you might think. They really aren't. MAGA makes a lot of noise, but they're not really well organized, and they've lost a lot of people. And Donald Trump is in court. So what this is saying is we need to take a step back, look at the whole picture, good and bad, and say, okay, that's a situation. Let me go on with my day. Now that I know what's going on, I'm informed, I can see good and bad, we can move on. All right? So we're good. We'll be all right. We really will. It seems bad. There's some bad things going on. But I really honestly do believe what I say when I tell you there are good days ahead. There are. So, all right, it's 1:15 p.m. here in Chicago, and at 3 o'clock I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel as always. You're always welcome to join. We make progress on our dreams, our projects, even just cleaning, or Sherry, who works so hard with physical therapy and to get out of her wheelchair, just wonderful to see. And Paula shares the most amazing Native American stories and art with us, and Sarah's there, and it's just good stuff, and you're always welcome. It says Creative Sprints in an hour, 45 minutes. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. I am literally here every single day, so just put your political questions in the chat before I come on. And Rebecca, is it Gilberto? Says, if anyone wants to clean, please come on out to Colorado. Oh, I at the washing machine, I used piles. But washing machine just finished, so making progress. Just chip away, make progress. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. All right, take care. Again, you're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. Hang in there. I'll see you. Thank you, MLR. I'll see you right back here tomorrow.